Do-do-do-do-do.
Doo-doo.
But yeah. Do-do.
Okay, ready? Ready. I'll start off. Bada bada
So
bada 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 dim dim diddle dim dim diddle dim dim diddle dim dim diddle. Then you go diddle diddle. Okay, I'll go diddle 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 diddle. I can't.
I
I've
think we
lost
should have
myself now.
practiced it. I think we should have practiced this beforehand because it's gonna get tits off.
This is true.
I love the fact that he comes up with these ideas and he's just like, he's
like,
just like, by the way,
do
I
this.
tried
It's like,
guys, and it was like,
fucking
no practice.
Hello there, and welcome to the Geeky Dad Strike Back, Season 2, Chapter 7, The X-Men Movies, Part 1. I am, wait for it, your real quiz champion, Ian Duffy.
Please tell me you're not going to use that on the
I
podcast.
certainly am. Three-time quiz champion Ian Duffy, and current reigning one as well, with my brand new spanking shiny new belt. I'm joined this week, as always, by the amazing Mike Shelshire.
Did you forget my name for a second?
You try to decide who was
hello, guys.
amazing.
Also, the incredible Chris Moss
Greetings.
and Craig.
Yay.
How has everybody been?
Why do we get our full names and Craig just got
Because he's Craig.
You should be offended,
I'm not
Craig.
Don't
bothered.
take that. Don't take that off him, Craig.
I've not even
don't
won.
know,
I've not
that's
even won a
bullshit,
quiz,
huh?
so it's fine.
Yeah, he's got a point, actually, yeah.
I can just be
Yeah,
Craig.
Yeah, that's fair.
So how's everybody been?
No, that's not fair.
Good.
Good.
Ill.
Good, yeah. Not
Ill.
too bad.
What's up with you?
Ill. Daughter give me the lurgy.
What type of lurgy is it?
I've had a bit of a
Shivering
lurgy
lurgy.
myself,
I'm
so
alright now, I'm
I
not as
feel
bad, but like my throat's still a bit.
He's got the vid.
But
He's got the vid.
yeah.
It's literally what's been going around at the moment. Everyone keeps getting sore throats, and then like they feel like really nauseated, and nobody seems to know what it is.
I feel nauseated after that intro.
Yeah, and well, anything Ian does, to be fair.
Like I don't get it. I don't get ill though.
Sorry, Ian, I'm joking.
It's alright, I'm used to it. Anyway, so I think I've got a couple of stories to share with you this week. Firstly, it was Ezra turned 3 on Sunday, so happy birthday to our little chap who's at the end of every episode saying does our little outro for us. He turned 3 and he's a massive Spider-Man fan, and Spider-Man came to visit.
Oh, come on, he's not that big.
What?
But
Yeah, I don't think I got that either. Explain
he
the
said
joke,
he's
Chris.
massive.
Oh right, okay.
Shut up.
That's a will. Exactly, you told yourself to
That
shut
was
up
Ian
there.
Levin.
I wasn't.
So he's all like outside the house, lined up, waiting for him to turn up, and he turns up on the back of this car, full Spider-Man outfit, absolutely amazing. Waves to Ezra. Ezra's going wild, and then he jumps down, does a proper Spider-Man leap, and I mean it was impressive. He gets down, and then he goes, "Yeah, happy birthday, Ezra! It's me, Spider-Man."
It was Uncle Dave dressed as
that is
Spider-Man.
brilliant.
No, honestly, you know what? He was absolutely. You know what? I can't fault him. He was absolutely brilliant with him.
Oh, it sounds like you can.
No.
Do you know the best part of it is? I guarantee in your head you thought, "Oh my God, it's fucking Uncle Dave."
No, it was definitely. He just sounded like Frank Sidebottom. That's all I was picturing. Like, okay, I know what happened to Frank Sidebottom.
I mean, to be fair, that's how I picture Uncle Dave as well. This massive fat head.
I swear he did. No,
He dresses up as Spider-Man and turns up at kids' parties.
yeah, I mean, the outfit was very tight, and yeah, you could see quite a lot.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but he was absolutely, he's brilliant with the kids. He was like, said, "Oh, I'm going off to see my friends," and didn't mention the Avengers by name. He said, "Do you know how many Spider-Man there are?" As somebody asked, then I was asked, how many? Do you know how many? And I automatically knew, it's unlimited Spider-Man. There's multiple, it's unlimited multiverses. And he went, "There's only 8 of us." I went, okay. And our Tommy turned around to him and asked, he said, he lives in Morecambe. He said, "So I go to Morecambe all the time." And then Tommy went, "Oh, how come I don't see you?" And then he said something like really quite deep. He just said, "Well, everybody's always too busy looking down at their phones. You don't see me up flying in the sky."
Well, he doesn't fly really, he swings.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But no, Spider-Man doesn't fly at all.
But you know what? Ezra absolutely.
Is Morecambe famous?
This guy didn't do his research, did he?
Is Morecambe famous for its tall skyscrapers?
I was going to say, he won't be swinging that high. What are you going to do, lamppost to lamppost? Fucking hell.
It's a swinger between the Morecambe men across the beach.
That's Crosby.
It was close enough.
Completely different counties. Are
Oh, well.
they? I'm not too sure.
Close enough.
Are they both in Lancashire?
No, I got confused.
Possibly.
No, I got confused.
Well, he probably sat on the, crouched on the Eric Morecambe statue.
Whoa! Did I?
But I thought it was quite deep. But honestly, the kids absolutely loved him. He was brilliant. You know what? No, I think it was the accent, because he had the Mancunian accent, as we called him, Spider-Man. He's memorable. So you're going to remember, if it was just a generic Spider-Man with a generic American accent, you probably forget it. But because the accent was just so out there, it was absolutely brilliant. He loved it. And also the next stud, and Tommy actually turned around to me last.
All right, there, Spider Kids.
Yeah, all right. Tommy actually turned around to me last time he was up 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Dad," I said, "Yeah." So when I grow up, I want to be a fairy. So I went, "Well, do you mean like as in?"
I'm just like you then.
Tinkerbell, or somebody dresses up like a fluffy animal. He went, "I like a fluffy animal." I said, "Okay, Tommy, I think me and you are going to have a bit of a sit down talk when you're a bit older."
Ian, we know we've been through. We've talked about this before. We've been through your bookmarks, and we've seen the porn that you look at. So, kid's just following his footsteps of his father.
You tell me that my dad was a fairy.
Yeah.
Do you
Can't tell if you're saying furry or fairy.
Furry.
I know. Yeah, it's still hard to tell.
Furry.
Is it furry
F-U?
or fairy? F-U? Oh, that's the one.
Furry.
That's what we thought.
F-U.
Yeah. Has anybody been watching anything new? I know I've been watching the new series of Star Trek Picard, and it's absolutely brilliant.
New series of Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian's back as well, isn't it?
The Last of Us.
Yep, it's absolutely brilliant. Last of Us,
I've watched the first 3 episodes.
I've been watching,
but I can't bring myself to. I think I have to wait until the whole series finished now, so I can just binge it all in one go.
It's finished.
Oh great, I can binge it now. But yeah, I think that 3rd episode with Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec just absolutely broke me. I was a snivelling wreck after watching that.
Oh, with Bill and Frank.
Yeah.
Far into it yet, but
well, you're all missing out.
I've been watching so many different things.
Why? What are you watching?
Yeah. What we missing out?
Because I've been watching the Great Pottery Throwdown.
Oh, is that with who presents that? Is it?
Siobhan McSweeney
It's,
it's Keith and Rich, who are actual potters. So.
In all honesty,
to be fair, it has been really, really good.
Why has there been some drama?
Yeah, it wasn't.
No drama at all. They're all lovely people, sort of thing. But I kind of get into that sort of thing. I mean, I don't really know a lot about pottery at all, sort of thing. But I appreciate the fact that some, although I have skills and stuff in certain, other people, it fascinates me like how people being good at whatever they're good at, if you see what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and stuff like this. I could watch it, yeah, loads. Some of the stuff they were making was brilliant, really, really good.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I think
but it's finished now.
that's it.
It was the final on Sunday, so yeah.
I mean, I get what you mean. I mean, I like watching the Bake Off when it's on, and The Apprentice, obviously. But don't call it The Apprentice anymore. Just call it The Muppet Show.
Oh yeah, I can't be bothered with The Apprentice, but Bake Off sometimes maybe.
Oh yeah,
but
gotta love the Bake Off.
Yeah, the pottery throwdown was brilliant. Yeah. So there you go.
So there we go. So let's let's move on to the main subject of our this episode, and this is we're going to start. We're doing 2 episodes on the X-Men movie. So the first part is actually going to cover X-Men 2 and X-Men: The Last Stand. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the film series that actually restarted or some would say it's Blade, but I think this is the film series that really kickstarted the superhero genre again after the epic fail that was Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I don't think Blade does.
You don't think so?
I don't think Blade, although Blade
saved Marvel, though, didn't it?
Blade's amazing, but it doesn't feel like a superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't feel like a superhero.
Exactly,
film.
it doesn't feel like a superhero film.
Oh
It
yeah,
feels like
I know what you mean.
a kind of horror action monster film.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like a superhero.
Yeah, it's kind of more like a vampire film,
Yeah.
and you could put it like in the same sort of genre as From Dusk Till Dawn. So,
Yeah.
for me, yes, it is from a comic book, because obviously Blade was a comic book first, but it definitely didn't feel like a comic book film.
No.
It felt more like it was designed to be a film, an action film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I fully agree with you there.
I mean, is it just me? But I was we knew we were going to be doing these episodes. I tried to think back to think about like the buzz that was around the film when it came out, and I don't remember having particularly any buzz. I mean, I wasn't even aware of the film until it was like out. Yeah, I just remember going to like a friend's house.
I did. I mean, X-Men are like I love the X-Men. I think the X-Men they are like my first, X-Men and Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Fox Kids, I used to always watch it.
I absolutely love X-Men. I mean, and we'll get to it on a later episode when we talk about the cartoon and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the X-Men were brilliant. Still are.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that they're doing now is just weird. Yeah,
we'll get to that.
But the kind of hype around the film, I'm sure there was like a ruck of it because it was like the first kind of return to a superhero thing. And yes, it's a team, and yet but yeah, it really was.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know the X-Men was big and was huge. I think, me personally, I don't think the film was that like hyped up. I don't think there was like that much like buzz around it.
What year was Fantastic Four?
Which one, the original or the new ones?
Was the original Fantastic
Okay, so the original
Four?
one was 1994.
Was
That was the one that was like you can only find on bootleg. I think the next one, I think it came out extra.
No, I don't mean
I think
that
it came
one,
out in 2004, 2005, if you remember.
Something like that.
So similar sort of. So it's like 4 years.
Yeah, I think
after.
this is it.
Yeah, it was after X2. So
Right, yeah. So it would have been like 4 years after the first X-Men film.
Yeah, 2005. 2005.
yeah, so just before
And by the way, I'm
last
not
time.
racist. By the way, I absolutely. We may get onto this at some point, but I absolutely hate that film.
I don't mind it. It doesn't mean it's better than the more recent one, Fantastic Four.
All right. Yeah.
It's better. I think it was better than
Just not a fan of it.
the 2015. I actually watched the 1994 one. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it was
Saying it's better than the 2015 might as well be like saying it's better than like having like Marmite rather than freaking peanut butter. Like, it, it's still to me it's shit.
Let's just agree they haven't really managed to nail the Fantastic Four. But I mean, I remember. I don't know if any of you have seen the 1994 version.
I haven't, but
I've
I
seen
also
little
haven't seen
bits
the
of it.
2015 one either.
I don't bother
because
with the 2015.
no. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So.
Maybe that's something to talk about in the
Oh
future.
yeah, we'll definitely cover Fantastic Four eventually, and Blade, obviously, because Blade films definitely deserve.
Oh yeah,
attention.
Blade would be amazing. There's lots of things that we need to cover. We're never going to run
Oh,
out
definitely
of things.
not.
That's one thing.
But yeah, I remember it. So I've actually written a rundown for the first 4 films, and you'll see throughout the next 2 episodes how my feelings towards the films are. So I'll start off with the first. We'll start off with the first one, then we'll discuss it. So here's my synopsis that I wrote today. So Suki from True Blood tries to get some yum yum gimme some with her boyfriend. Her mutant powers come in, and it drains her fella of energy, and he ends up in a coma. She runs away from home and hides in the trunk of Logan, aka Wolverine, aka the man who uses way too much hairspray. They get attacked by a very furry Sabretooth, clearly fallen a hard time since the Wolverine origin film, but we'll get to that at a later date. But they are saved by the all-American jackass Cyclops and Halle Berry with a very dodgy accent as Storm.
Halle Berry.
So they are taken to the Xavier School for Gifted Children. Logan wakes up and immediately gets the hots for Jean Grey, one of Charles Xavier's former students. Logan escapes from the underground labs and meets with the man himself. Charles gives him a shit ton of exposition, explaining all the school is just for mutants, and that his former BFF Magneto may want Logan for some nefarious scheme. Meanwhile, public mutant hater Santa Kelly wants to have all the mutants registered, and seeing parallels from that and the Holocaust, Magneto arranges for his followers, Toad and Mystique, to kidnap the senator. He is taken to Magneto's island.
Toad and Mystique.
Toad and Mystique.
Was it Toad?
Yeah.
Played by none other than Darth Maul himself.
I never remembered like the Mario crossover. But... Sorry. Sorry.
Very good.
That was funny. It was funny to me anyway.
Yeah, Toad's.
I just like to trip Ian up.
Toad's actually played by Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in the Star Wars Episode 1, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
With his own original voice as well. Only like has about 2 lines in the whole film.
Yeah.
So they take him to Magneto's island base, and he's tested with the device that turns humans into mutants. Now this leads the senator looking like a human jelly baby, and he slinks off through the bars of his cell, and he falls into the ocean. One night, Rogue, slips into Logan's bed. Dirty little bear. Clearly, she has a thing for older men. And he has a nightmare, and he ends up giving her a poke with his claw. She shows her true powers, and she touches Logan. She absorbs some of his powers of regeneration and heals his wounds. Or her wounds, I should say. And Mystique pretends to be one of the other students and convinces Rogue that what she did was against school rules, which makes her run away. Logan goes after her, and they're caught by Magneto. It turns out that they didn't need him, and it was actually Rogue and her powers that they needed. They kidnap her and Logan, and the rest of the Get Along gang go out and find out Magneto's plan. Meanwhile, Senator Kelly washes up on a beach like a weird fucking jellyfish and makes his way to the school, and whilst explaining what happened to him, ends up dying on the floor, leaving nothing but a huge puddle for some poor sod to clean up later with a mop. The team realise that Magneto wants to use Rogue's powers to help him recreate the experiment earlier, on a larger scale, at a huge international conference on Liberty Island. Using the machine cleverly hidden inside the Statue of Liberty's torch, they arrive at the statue and are joined by Spider-Man, who realises he's in the wrong movie and flees the scene. Actually, that's a deleted scene. They find Magneto. There's a bit of a kerfuffle, and Magneto is captured and put in a plastic prison. Mystique escapes and pretends to be the now dead senator, and everybody's pretty much happy, well, except for Senator Kelly, who's obviously ended up in a mop bucket. And that's the first X-Men film.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know. So what is everybody's thoughts in the first bit?
I really don't think Sir Ian McKellen gives a shit.
Okay, no, I was just saying because
I think he was earning enough money.
yeah. I only remember him from one film beforehand, and that was Jack and Sarah, who played a homeless
I'm
man.
not going to
What's
pull up
that?
his IMDb right now.
It's the one where
I'm gonna have to pull up his IMDb now.
I'm looking at it now. He played Death in Last Action Hero.
did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Imagine he played a lot.
He has. So I don't know where Ian's got this mainstream because I've probably got about like 30 movies here before X-Men.
It's
Okay,
ridiculous.
Hollywood
how
blockbusters.
shitty films that are. Even them.
Yeah.
But anyway, you went on to do this role, and then went straight into Lord of the Rings and played Gandalf.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
trying
mean,
to say.
it clearly opened doors for him. You know?
Piss off.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? You remember that song that come out with Rihanna?
Hello, I
Umbrella.
absolutely
No,
love the song.
but,
That's your voice
yeah,
there,
no.
Chris.
Rihanna and Paul McCartney and
No.
Kanye
Kanye
West.
West.
Yeah, but when that song come out though, there was loads of tweets saying, "Isn't it good that Kanye and Rihanna have given this Paul McCartney an opportunity and stuff like that?"
Yeah.
There's loads going out. It's like, oh, who's this Paul
I've never
McCartney? He's
seen
really good and stuff like that. He's been given this opportunity, and it's like you're fucking having a laugh, ain't you? It's like,
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
Ian, that's basically what you just did.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
like X-Men have given Ian McKellen an opportunity.
Who's Ian McKellen?
Whatever his name is.
What? What do you mean, whatever his name is? Jesus.
Oh, right, okay, everyone turn on Craig.
Yeah,
He's
right.
He's Knight of the Realm, Craig. He's a national treasure.
Yeah, to begin
Ian
with,
McKellen.
his first name is Sir.
First name is Gandalf.
In all honesty, his first name isn't Sir.
it's
That's
not,
just
it's
his
Ian. Why?
title.
Yeah.
His title is Sir. He has a title.
Yeah, but you don't call me Mr. Michael, so...
I
my
might
title's
start
Mr., so...
if you'd like.
You never...
Do you want me to? I don't mind.
I'd rather call me Dickhead.
Dickhead.
Is that,
Is
yeah,
that your title?
it never comes down. It never comes down on a drop down menu though. You know when you got like
That's
it goes
shocking.
Pastor, Mister,
And
Sir.
then next time
it
you
never
fill in a
says
form
Dickhead.
online, there it'll be abbreviated to like
You
DKH.
You mean it hasn't got your proper
It
pronouns?
just says other.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
other
but
Michael.
when you do that, when you
You shut
select
up about
other, do you
pronouns,
then,
Craig.
Like,
Well, you have no place to talk about pronouns,
Is me?
Craig.
What have I said about pronouns?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the last episode.
What?
I've done nothing wrong.
Do you not remember?
I don't.
To be fair, I was editing that episode and I did notice that Chris actually called him he as well. Or so them he.
Hey,
I've just
Who?
done it, yeah.
Who?
He
the
kept
man that
referring
is
to
Sam Smith.
kept referring to Sam Smith as he, and I called Craig out on and not you.
Yeah, I actually feel bad about it because I keep saying, well, it's not difficult, is it? But I suppose when you're used to it, it's not difficult.
True, yeah, true. It's alright. I did a lot of bleeping anyway.
Bleep.
Basically, that entire sequence is just covered in bleeps. Exactly.
You're welcome.
Okay, so
Oh, next podcast, I'm hooking up my my beat machine. I'm just gonna start playing beats in the middle.
Nice.
okay,
If Chris gets a beat machine, I get a beat machine.
so let's move on from this. So because it's just I think
Yeah,
this has gone
so
down a bit.
X-Men.
So X-Men. So I've got a couple of fun facts from this. So you know, Hugh Jackman wasn't the original choice for Wolverine.
No. We're fucked up here now.
That wasn't
Because we have
hard.
to call them ex-people, don't we?
X-People.
X people. X then. Sam Smith has spoken.
X them sounds wrong. Ex-people.
X then.
Yeah, X-Men sounds
Everyone's
like
a person, right? Yeah, like you've just killed them.
Or you're just like swearing at them.
They used to be-
X-U.
They used to. Oh no! It sounds like zombies. X them.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I suppose it depends where you put the emphasis.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about putting this episode out as X then instead of X Men.
Oh, don't you dare.
No, you fully should.
Okay, so let's think of the. So we got.
Don't. But then again, never ask me any fucking opinion on anything.
So we've got. I'm trying to think of the other cast. So you got obviously Anna Paquin, who played Rogue.
Rogue.
And that's a character I think just annoyed me more and more over the films. I don't know about any of you guys.
Yeah, by the end of the third one, it was like,
Well, considering how Rogue is in the comics and the cartoon series and so on, as like quite a confident and self-assured sort of person, but at the same time, she's kind of more experienced at that point.
true.
If you see what I
Yeah.
mean?
True.
Whereas this is supposed to be Rogue at the where she has no idea what's going on. So,
It was still annoying
it's like,
though.
yeah, I kind of get it, but
But maybe for me,
I think people can
She
be
should have been a
forgiven
bit
for
more
being
badass.
annoyed by that. To
yeah.
be fair.
But to be fair, I keep.
So,
She should have been a bit more.
I keep
badass.
thinking that there was no character growth. She didn't go confident about it. She just by the end of the film she got. We'll get to that anyway at the end. Yeah. Okay. What else we got? We got Jason Marsden who played Cyclops.
yes, he did.
Just was pretty much bland as anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where they were going with that,
Yeah.
in all honesty.
I just found him bland.
I've never been a fan of Cyclops anyway.
Yeah.
I think he's too stuck up. He's like a crap version of Captain America. He tries to be all...
No, he's not.
No, he tries to be
no.
all righteous, but it just doesn't work for him compared to how Captain
Even-
America is.
He just
No,
plays
but-
a jealous boyfriend.
But to be fair, even but even in the comic books, he was like a bit.
That's
of a
what I mean. He's
knob.
trying to be the
he
little...
really can be like
Nobody-
a lot.
Nobody really massively liked him.
But I still
Because
think,
I mean, as a kid, let's be all honest. Like as a kid, my idol from X-Men was Gambit, and I don't know about you guys.
that's
but,
because
like,
you're a
Gambit was
raging
the-
edgelord.
Would you say so? Coming from the other edgelord of the podcast.
Yes, I'm just not a raging one. I'm quite a laid back edgelord.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. Gambit was always cool. I'm trying to think.
It's fucking cool.
My favourite from the comic show was.
I liked Gambit, to be fair.
I think my favourites were obviously Wolverine and Nightcrawler.
That's it, Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to him in the
Nightcrawler's
next one.
nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's always a good one.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So I was looking up some fun facts from the film. So from the first film, I've got this. So you know that Hugh Jackman wasn't the original pick to play. Wasn't originally cast as
I did.
Wolverine. Do you know who was
Yes.
originally cast as Wolverine?
I can't think off the top of my head.
Joe Pasquale.
Oh, I mean,
I won't be surprised if it's Tom Hanks or something.
It wasn't. He was apparently the original choice to play Iron Man.
I knew he'd play it. Yeah, I thought he was meant
who,
to play it.
Tom Hanks?
Yes,
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was...
Joe Pasquale, Ross.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, no, Tom Hanks doesn't have the ego.
no,
No.
too much running involved for Iron Man. Doesn't run, he flies. So it was actually Dougray Scott, but he had to pull out because he was filming Mission Impossible 2, where he played the villain.
I can't remember Mission Impossible 2. It's been years since I've fucking seen that movie, so I don't really know who that one
I'm
is.
trying to think of other film. I think he was in Ever After as well.
Nope.
No, he's not been in much.
Do you know what though? The Mission Impossible films. I'm not like. I know this is going off on a tangent, but for me, it's like, does anyone remember the plot of any of them films, or just like watch it for just action?
Just action half the time,
Just
ain't
action,
it? It's
like-
just fun.
Actually, I remember the plot of the
I
first
can't,
film.
I can't remember any of the fucking plots of any of them. I can't remember fucking
I
any
remember
of
the first one.
Of which?
them. Also,
Mission
what's it?
Impossible films.
Oh, yeah, because.
Oh, I stopped. I think
'cause,
I watched
the
MI2
first
and
one,
that
I
was it.
suppose. But literally the only reason you watch it is because you want to watch the action scenes. So.
Yeah, the over the top.
I don't want to watch him. full
Jumping
stop.
through buildings or... climbing up the side of the.
I'm like that with but I'm like that, Chris, with James Bond films. So
Yeah, I'm not fussed on James Bond
everyone's-
either, to be fair.
yeah, I'm not asked about them.
No.
Everyone goes mad over them. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another fun
Already did.
fact.
You
So
know,
this
just
film,
say, I'll-
so
oh,
the
go on then.
screenwriter for this film was Solid Snake himself, David Hayter.
Nice.
He also played one of the security guards in the Liberty
original
Island
Solid
scene as well.
Snake.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another little fun fact. Wolverine injured his one of the stunt doubles because for some reason in the first movie they actually decided to
He
use
stuck his claws up his
they
ass.
actually decided to use
Claws?
real metal
Claws.
claws at first instead of fake rubber ones. They decided to use real metal claws, and they actually caught the stunt double thing from Mystique and it injured their arm.
Oopsie.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, stunt doubles are 9 a dozen.
Yeah,
so,
but
okay.
like, why would you use real metal claws though?
Yeah,
For the fucking
That's what stunt doubles are for.
Okay, and
They're there to like just expendable.
okay, and here's the last fun fact before we move on to X-Men 2. So, Kevin Feige filmed a cameo for the original X-Men movie. So the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, was a associate producer on the original X-Men film.
So what was the
He
cameo?
played one of the Weapon X technicians, in the flashback.
Yeah.
So you don't see it, like you don't see him, like his face, you don't see it close up, but you probably see his hands and his arms.
Oh, so it's just in
Yeah,
background.
but he had a hood and a mask and gloves on, so every inch of him was
I
covered.
was gonna say, is that where Jean Grey's in?
No, Weapon X is Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Jean Grey's doing the mind reading, isn't she? That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
so it would have
that's
been
what
that,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
it would have been that scene.
Yeah, is that bit in it where she's doing the mind reading scene? So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let's move on to X-Men 2 or X2 X-Men United.
X2, ain't it?
No, I remember going to see this at the cinema the day it came out. Actually, the day before it came out. Remember when we used to have films that they used to show films the day before they came out, like at one show.
Yeah.
I remember the hype for this one was so big as well. I think because
I think they call that a premiere.
well, it didn't go to the
I think
actual
they still do
premiere. It was
that.
just a night before presentation, wasn't it, or a preview as they used to call
The
it.
cinema
It was a
premiere.
preview.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you my breakdown of X-Men United. Okay, so the film starts with an amazing sequence where the whole of White House is attacked by a mutant Nightcrawler who batters the Secret Service agents by bouncing all over the place, but is stopped just before he stabs the president. Now, back at our favourite school for mutants, Logan is still lusting for Jean, Rogue has a boyfriend in the form of future Iceman Bobby Drake, and they are clearly in a throuple with Iceman's best friend Pyro. Make of that what you will. The school is attacked by soldiers, and Logan, being the only adult in charge, escapes with the throuple. But not before running into Stryker, the man who gave Wolverine his metal skeleton and claws. Meanwhile, Charles and All-American Jackass are also kidnapped by Stryker's men and taken to his base, where Stryker uses his mutant son to manipulate Charles to do his father's bidding. Magneto escapes from his plastic prison with the help of Mystique, who pumped a load of liquid metal up the bum of a security guard, and then Magneto basically uses his force powers to pull it out and then float away. Logan meets up with Jean and Storm, who had found the injured Nightcrawler, who has no memory of the attack in the White House. They are attacked by the military and end up being saved by Magneto and Mystique. Together, they locate the head and head to Stryker's base. They then save the children and Xavier, who is about to be manipulated into killing all mutants in the world using his amplified mind powers. They try to escape, but their ship is about to be crushed by a massive tidal wave. Jean sacrifices herself to lift the ship away so that they can escape before she is crushed by the wave. Magneto and Mystique is joined by Pyro, ending the throuple with Rogue and Iceman. They all mourn Jean at the end, and with a shot of the water, something is moving under the waves. Now, I thought this was a much better film. I think it has probably one of the best openings to a superhero movie ever. Anybody else agree with me?
X2
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
genuinely was
Yeah.
quite good.
It is good.
Yeah.
And there's not that many films that I would say the second film was better than the
Quite a
first,
lot.
you know,
I think there's quite a lot of films.
There's quite a
Yeah.
lot actually. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but this
There's
is
quite a few
definitely
that I
one.
would say the same.
If you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
Nightcrawler
it's
is
up there, it's up
definitely
there.
one of the best things about it.
Yeah, and I was just so gutted
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's played by Scottish actor Alan Cumming, who played the hacker in
Yeah.
GoldenEye, if I remember correctly. Boris, was it?
Do you know what? I don't even
Was
remember
that him?
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
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 And I only watched GoldenEye a couple of weeks ago because it would come out on the Xbox to play. So I downloaded it and then I watched the movie because I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Yeah,
I didn't realise it was him.
So I'm
Alan
not a
Cumming.
massive Bond fan, but I remember
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
We all played
Oh,
the game,
wow.
that's why.
Yeah. Alan Cumming
In all
as
honesty, I
Kurt
think
Wagner.
everyone watched GoldenEye when we were kids because like it was like massive,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So it got a lot of promo. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean, Alan Cumming. I mean, I think the last thing I saw him in, he was in the American version of The Traitors. It's on BBC iPlayer if you want to watch it. No, I liked it. But yeah, so I was actually gutted because he wasn't in any other films after this, and he was actually probably the best part of this entire film.
The only thing that I will say about this film, they did butcher one mutant, which I was kind of peed off about, but
What was that?
Lady Deathstrike.
Oh yeah, she was better in the cartoon.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
just dreadful in this movie.
She was
But-
just a
Yeah.
mute in this film, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah, there wasn't anything. Yeah.
like I said, they did butcher Lady Deathstrike in it, like I said, but
Yeah.
other than that, most of the other mutants were good. And before, when you actually said, though, Ian, Wolverine being the only adult mutant in the mansion, he wasn't, though.
Who was it?
Colossus was in there, too.
Yeah, he was an adult. He's still technically a student.
Yeah, he was a student at that point in the film.
He was still more of an adult than that.
Nobody beats the anorak. But no,
Technically, what you find is Colossus was still a student.
it's alright. It's quite funny.
I only had to put my input in because I've got nothing else to say.
But yeah, it's not really much else. I remember sitting in the cinema, and a mother must. I think it was a 12 when it came out, wasn't it? And and a mother brought about, say, a 5 or 6 year old kid, and it's the scene, you know, when the police turn up at Bobby's house and they shoot Wolverine in the head. Do you think he's dead?
Yeah.
He was honestly, this woman kicked. She was like proper Karen. She kicked up a massive bus. Oh, you can't be showing this in a film like this. So that's disgusting.
Of course you can.
I just turned around, just give her a look, and she got really offended with me.
Oh, you rebel.
She honestly, she got really offended. She said, "What's that for?" So I said,
He threw
Whoa
a
there,
piece of
Ian. You're
popcorn at
clearly
her.
mental.
"That's always been proven." I just said, "Well,
Banned from the cinema for life.
but yeah, I just remember turning around to this woman, and she absolutely looked apoplectic, and I just went, well, why are you bringing a 5-year-old kid
Ian,
to a
I've seen your
12
angry looks.
film?"
Ian, I've seen your angry looks. It looks exactly the same as a kid looking at an ice cream van.
Excited.
No fucking difference.
Oh, that's brilliant.
just no, there's just no difference. You look about as. I don't think you could look angry.
You just look confused.
Thank you.
Where's the ice cream van noise coming from?
I want to whip you now, bastard.
I mean, not tonight. Yeah. I'm a bit tired.
Okay, now. Oh yeah, I think I remember at the time it was. I mean, they billed it as the best superhero film of all time. Obviously, there's been bigger films and better films been released since then, but at the time, it was just an absolutely brilliant film. Don't you think?
That's what I was going to say about it. We all know how powerful Magneto is, though. But I think that movie did show one of his most powerful performance, where like he literally pulled the iron out of someone's body.
Mm.
Like,
Because it was put up his butt.
It literally is.
like I said, yeah, and
So
that's what I mean. I know like the person had more iron than they normally would, but still, just to be able to sense it in his body and literally just rip it from him, and it's just
Yeah.
like. You just think, no, he could do that to Wolverine any second he wants. I know he's done it in the comics. He actually has ripped the skeleton
yeah.
from him, but like,
Yeah.
he could just literally rip him out, couldn't he?
Yeah, and it's like I suppose they play in the films that like adamantium isn't actually allowed to sort of like have that same thing, but in the
No, they
comics
don't,
it does.
because they lift him up. He lifts him up when he's on the train.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
actually?
that's
Oh,
what.
yeah,
That's
he does,
in the first one.
Yeah, and he bends his claws as
And
well.
he bends his claws,
Yeah.
although it never shows you how
So-
he bends them back.
Mm.
But you know,
But like I said, but he,
So why the fuck didn't he just like?
that's
rip
what I
into
mean. He could just
bits?
literally get ripped to shreds. But depends
Yeah.
though. Will he grow back if he? Because he's shown like.
He's a bastard. He's not an arsehole.
I mean, if he literally. So right, hold on a second, because I don't even remember how it worked in the comics. When they pulled his skeleton out, was he?
No,
dead
he was
or,
still
like-
alive. 'Cause he literally just he removed the metal from his bones. He was still there. He just basically did what he did to that guy in the prison, like removed the iron from him. He basically just
Yeah.
like he like liquidized the
So
metal.
How did Wolverine survive?
'Cause
He
of his
he
healing factor.
regenerates.
Because that's literally his bones. I suppose.
It's
yeah.
just his healing factor.
So his adamantium just regrew
No.
again.
No, just the bones regrew, I
Like,
suppose.
dead-
no, because he was without it for a while.
Yeah, he got it back, but he was without it for a while.
I just imagine
That to
him
me
just being
sounds
like
like a
Peter Griffin, that
massive
episode of
loophole.
Family Guy, where he's just a blob on the floor.
Just a sack of skin
You can't,
lying on the floor, going.
you can't see me, but I'm actually doing an impression of a floppy man.
I mean, I do that anyway. That's just my life.
Does anybody else want to add anything about X-Men 2? I mean, obviously, I want to mention the
else,
villain
really.
played by oh fuck, what's his name? Played the original Hannibal Lecter.
Hey.
Yeah, Brian Cox played the villain. He played the original Hannibal Lecter in Manhunter. He was, you know what, as villains go, he was probably one of the better X-Men villains, don't you think?
Which one, Striker?
It's right here.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've always liked I forgot his name now. Is it Sinister?
Mr. Sin. Yeah, but he wasn't in the films.
I know, but like I said, I've always liked him, which I kind of wish he was in the films. Like,
Well, we'll cover that we're gonna have to cover that in the next episode, because I think they do allude to him in one of the post-credit scenes, don't they? I think it's
what in,
Apocalypse, at the end of Apocalypse, yeah.
I think they do. Yeah, at the end of the Apocalypse, they do, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Chris, anything you want to add? Okay, so this one's going to be significantly shorter than the other one. So, are you ready? Okay, so X-Men: The Last Stand. Shite, bullshit. Frasier's beast and quite fun. Iceman's hitting on another student played by Elliot Page. There's a cure. Vinnie Jones is juggernaut bitch. Rogue wants to be cured. Gina's back. She's put everybody out of the misery and killed off the American jackass. She's now a baddie and she calls herself the Phoenix. She did her own version of the snap and reduces Xavier to dust. She joins Magneto and attacks Alcatraz. The X-Men arrive and stop them. Magneto gets cured. Wolverine finally pokes Jean with his claws and kills her. The film ends. Rogue's cured herself.
Hey!
Magneto looks like he's getting his powers back, and there's some weird post-credit scene that alludes to Xavier cheating death. Bullshit. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't like this film.
Issue with everything you've just
Do you?
said. The only issue I have with everything you've just said is the fact that you didn't say Vinnie Jones shit acting, then carried on.
But he's probably
Yeah.
got one of the best lines in the movie.
And the
I'm a
Juggernaut,
juggernaut bitch.
But to be fair, right, his character can go
Can't
through
stand
walls,
Vinnie Jones.
and yet he can't actually get through one line of dialogue in any kind of
Yeah.
reasonable way. So,
It's
no.
literally just how he became an actor. God
He was
knows.
alright in
Genuinely just
Lock,
Mean
stock.
Machine and Lockstock.
right. Okay, that typecast.
That's it. Yeah,
Yes.
just lock, stock. Just Cockney gangster films.
He was
Footballer.
in, what's the
and even that, he wasn't
Where all he
wasn't even
did
a
was
fucking
play Vinnie Jones.
pretend Cockney gangster.
Yeah, he played Vinnie Jones in every single one of them.
He basically just played Vinnie Jones and Mean Machine.
Tough as a fucking flower.
what's the one with I can only say it. You got Dags. What's it now?
Snatch.
Snatch.
Snatch. That's it. He's in that as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
He is.
he is. Yeah, I mean, Frasier. So
I
you know,
think it's it.
what's his name? What's his name? The actor who plays Frasier. Shit. Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer was absolutely
Kelsey
brilliant
Grammer.
as Beast. I think it was
Dr. Hank
perfect
McCoy.
casting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Actually,
was
yeah, he
alright.
did actually work quite well as
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah.
In all honesty, having that sort of like intellectual side of it, and which Kelsey Grammer actually does
Yeah.
have.
He's basically Frasier as a mutant.
Yeah, yeah, and that kind
Yeah,
of
good.
worked.
I think this movie just butchered the Phoenix though, and
I don't
I'll
think
say
we've done. Yeah,
I'll save my
butchered
comment
a
onto the
lot of
next
stuff,
one as
to be
well, like
fair.
because it butchered it in that too, but it did butcher the Phoenix.
In all honesty,
The Phoenix
butchered
storyline was
so
just
much stuff.
it was horrendous.
Yeah, like I
Um,
said, it just
yeah, and you know, Professor Xavier getting dusted, dodgy de-aging in the first scene. Rogue, like I said, like from the first film, she just shows zero character growth. She's just basically the same person she was in the first film.
Well, the thing is, they tried to fit more mutants in, which I don't have a problem with,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the others saw any kind of character progression whatsoever.
I know, like one of
Um,
my favourites as well. Like I do what you do. Like he didn't get much time in it. I love Angel. Like, and he doesn't get much time in it.
yeah, no, he doesn't.
And like I said,
Angel's pretty a cool character as well.
Yeah, there was that. There was. I mean, I
know what I
was
think this is-
never. I was never a fan of their casting of Cyclops and what have you, but you didn't even see him get blown up.
Well, I think they only had him for a
It was
limited
all
amount of
off
time
screen.
because he's filming Superman Returns with Bryan Singer.
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
That doesn't make. That's not a good
You
excuse.
just
No,
say
not at
basically
all.
saying that we were denied our moment of like pleasure in watching them actually like pop.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly right.
I
Yeah.
suppose you're right there.
I mean, if you read a comic book and you heard, like, literally it just said on it, and the character died, and then
Yeah,
you turned
you'd
over
be
the page
pissed
and you
off.
didn't get to see it, you'd be a bit pissed off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, what did we see? What we really saw was his glasses floating in the air. That was about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Well, yeah,
yeah, it was the glasses
That's
and rocks. and
not
stuff
how
like
comics work.
yeah.
You literally wait for that moment. It's building to that moment, and then meh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The whole film is basically an excuse to watch Frankie Jansen turn red and blow stuff up, and you don't even get to see a blow up Cyclops. So, what's the point?
that. Although she did go a bit mental towards the end, everyone did turn to dust.
Well,
You're
yeah,
like,
she did start blowing other people
Yeah.
up, but, you know,
she's like
at
Thanos
that
everyone
point,
out.
you just like you've already got through most of the film by that point,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh my god.
I think they did give a bit of character development to Iceman, Bobby Drake. I think he became a bit more confident in his abilities towards the film, especially when he's that showdown with Pyro, and Pyro's just belting
Yeah.
with flames, and he just turns himself
Yeah.
to ice, and that's the Iceman we remember, and he just headbutts him. I thought that was
Well,
quite funny.
he's an Omega level mutant though as well.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
That's what I mean. He's Omega levels are the strongest forms of the mutants, and he's one of them
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
and he just, like I said, he was all. Like I said, he did look like he was getting better in this one, but his better performance was in the. Is it Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that one.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
I
when
said,
he's-
he was a lot better in that.
And he's got his he's doing his like from back because I absolutely love Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends cartoon, and they had the skating on the Path of Ice thing and that, and absolutely just seeing that did like make it for me in that film. What else was I going to say? Well, that's about it really. It's a very forgettable film.
All I'd say is what I'll take from this like little podcast that we've just done is all of us have literally just slagged off the first 3 films.
Yeah, a bit.
The thing is,
None
the
of us
thing is,
really-
though, at
not-
the
none of them
time,
really.
We loved
they
it.
were fine. I mean, even I
It
think
was
the
the
third
only
one was
thing
still
that we had
disappointing,
close.
given that it's the Phoenix saga and well, not even I wouldn't even call that a saga. The Phoenix episode.
Yeah.
See, if
But-
they were to do a proper Phoenix, it would have to be 3 movies. I think something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
would
Well,
have to
this
be a
is it.
trilogy.
At the time, And I don't think at the time studios would do that. They would, this is before what the MCU
Yeah.
and what have you. This is before the studios would probably feel like they were gambling on doing a trilogy at all. Never mind, let's do this full on story.
It's before you had producers who were actually comic book fans.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
were putting money into films, and they were like, actually, it should be done this way.
Yeah.
And respect the way it should be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can appreciate this trilogy, these first three, as the starting point, the first steps to what we luckily have now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It did establish the fact that yes, there is an audience for these kind of movies. And as much as people may be getting fatigued with all the superhero stuff, personally, I'm not. I think they're brilliant.
I absolutely love it.
I'm going to go watch Quantumania tomorrow because I still haven't seen it.
You've not seen it? I enjoyed it.
I don't think any of us are going to get fed up by this.
Absolutely not. I mean,
are people getting fatigued by it? Do you genuinely think people are getting fatigued by it?
I think there's a drop in quality.
I've been on Reddit. I think some people do complain about it. I don't agree with it. I think
that's literally the point of Reddit, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because that's like saying, "Well, I'm tired of comedies." Well, don't watch a comedy then. Watch something else. No one's forcing you to.
Just change it up a little bit.
Yeah. So, and to be fair, I think Marvel are doing a really good job of mixing up the genres for their films.
Yeah.
Some of them hit a bit better than others, but.
As we established the last podcast, they missed the mark last year, but I think they might be back on track this year.
Yeah,
they've got some.
You got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming
epic
out
films coming out this year.
Yeah,
I hate that one.
I mean, yeah,
I want to see Adam Warlock. I think that's going to. I'm interested to see what they do with Adam
got the
Warlock.
new Deadpool coming as well.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be
that's going to be really good. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the longest.
But Wolverine, as he should.
He's the longest running superhero now as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's been the most filmed,
Yeah.
Well, it clearly isn't. Oh God, I'm not going to say it.
What are you going to say?
Go on.
No.
Go on.
No, because
you can't leave it hanging now.
It's quite nasty.
How dare you disrespect the listeners?
Well, who can't run after being a superhero because the legs don't work? Okay, I'll just
Halle Berry.
What's it called?
Somebody laughed. I heard you.
I laughed.
Charles Xavier.
Superman.
He was only in 4 films.
Yeah, but he can't run anymore.
No, he's dead.
No.
Yeah, but he's on about where I say he's the
that
longest running.
Tend to stop
Yeah. He died.
God. Yeah, I know he died.
I think he's just a completely dark turn now.
Jesus, what a way to end the podcast.
And on that shocking bombshell, we're gonna leave it here for now.
Please don't leave that in.
We need to.
Yeah.
Oh God, please don't. I know I went dark then, so...
Okay, we'll be back with our next episode. We'll be discussing the
sometimes.
X-Men prequels, sequels, whatever the fuck they made.
Next ones.
Yeah, the new...
What is it? It's First Class, then it's Days of Future Past, then it's Apocalypse, ain't it?
And then
it's Dark Force. Is it Dark Force?
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
I can't remember if it was Dark Force or Dark Phoenix.
I really liked Apocalypse, and people hate on that.
I didn't watch Apocalypse, but I'm pretty sure I've seen Dark Phoenix. Or have I? I don't know.
Let's wait till the next episode.
The newer ones kind of tailed off.
I guarantee we're all gonna start arguing over these.
Probably. I'm gonna have to catch up. I'm gonna have to catch up on these ones, to be fair. So.
Because these are some that I think we're actually going to argue over, which would be more interesting, to be honest with you, because we just literally just agreed on a lot of shit, which is not our thing really. For
what the hell is going on?
Okay, right. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Who are you guys?
Who are you?
Okay, let's all say goodbye for now. Now, I don't know what I said now. Let's
Bye
all...
for now.
Bye for now.
Okie Snickety snick, motherfuckers.
Word.
Bye.
The Geeky Dad's right back. It's brought to you by Studio Grade School.
Thank you for listening to the Geeky Dads Strike Back. Same shit, different name.